Well, what's going on, everyone? RC84 here, like always. Thanks for watching. So, my friends, got the excavator up here on the RC workstation, working on it, doing a repair to it. Now, for the ones who don't know, what ended up happening here is that we were going out Saturday for our normal RC construction day that we always do on Saturday, and I took my excavator onto the site, go up to the pile of dirt that I was going to be working off of. I extended out my boom and the arm to kind of get an idea of where I need to place my vehicle at for digging purposes and stuff like that. And the servo actuator did not want to work. Now, if you don't know, this vehicle works off servo actuators, not hydraulic. There are 3 servo actuators. You got one here on the arm, one here on the boom, and you got one at the end of the boom here. Now, these servo actuators are pretty powerful, and I do lift and dig and stuff like that. But anyway, so I got the arm extended all the way out so I can get my length of where I need to be at, and the middle actuator on the boom here did not want to work. So me and Jake started doing our process of elimination. What was going on? What was causing this issue? Did the servo actuator go out? Really was not sure on it. So we started testing a few things, and we noticed when we put our finger on the actuator, it started working again. So that told me that there's got to be either a wiring issue or the actuator is shorting out. So I had to break open this thing, and this is a little bit of a job because you got to remove the cover off, you got to take all this whole assembly part, you have to take the arm off, break open the arm, get in there and see. And so I was right on the first one. It was a wiring issue. The negative wire on the actuator came off. Now, they were not soldered on there. They were kind of like epoxied or hot glued, the connections. So I stripped the wires, soldered new connections onto the actuator, and then it started working. But here's the thing, I ran into another issue with the excavator, okay? So this excavator, now, if you don't know what excavator this is a Hoena 1580, 1580 excavator, electric version. But this vehicle has a safety feature on it. Throughout the arm here, there is what they call a magnet system. And what the magnet does is basically like a kill switch. And the magnets are placed one here, and one here. Now, what it does is that the magnet hits these little sensors things right here, this little sensor guy. All right, and once it reaches contact of that sensor, it shuts down the motors so you don't end up stripping out the gears, which is a nice feature. I really like that feature. That way you just won't strip out any gears. So the issue I was having here is when I had everything installed and I would raise up my arm, it would not come back down. Vibe Rush is the same way. If I went all the way down, it wouldn't want to go back all the way up. So we're trying to figure out, okay, what's going on with this? All right. So I took the servo actuator off of the arm and I moved it manually. And it was working fine. When I went up all the way, this motor stopped. When I went down all the way, the motor stopped. But when I hooked up the servo actuator, it did not want to work properly. So somewhere, either that sensor or magnet either got kind of messed up. I don't know. It was just kind of weird that I can raise it up, that motor would shut off. Raise it down, that motor would shut down. But when I hooked the actuator up to it, it didn't want to work properly. So we didn't know what to do. Didn't know maybe it was interfering with both sensors were interfering, or the magnet, something happened, something happened to those magnets. So we wasn't really positive sure it. So I decided to do away with the magnets. These little suckers right here, if you can see those. There you go. That little sucker. So that was actually at the end of the boom here, or the front of the boom, if you want to say. And there's a magnet right here behind, right here. And when it made contact, that's where it kills this actuator. All right. There's another one right down here and one right here. All right. So, like I said, I took them out. Now, I really do like that feature that it had, that safety feature, so you wouldn't strip the gears out. But I'm at the term now where I don't really think I need the safety gear or the safety the safety gear thing on there, or the safety the backup on, or the safety feature. I'm at a pretty good standard where I've been running this thing for a while now, that I know when to stop and how far to go out. So I won't have the sensors or the magnets here, but like I said, I know how far I can take it out, how far I can go down before I start stripping out any gears or whatnot. I know just by hearing the sound of the vehicle, looking at it, I will know. So that is what's going on with the excavator. This thing gets run a whole lot. Every Saturday for a few hours it gets run. I can't tell you how many loads of dirt this thing has lifted and carried, and all the different types of materials it has taken over the actually year and a half. This is the first major thing that has happened to this excavator in the year and a half that I've owned it. So I really can't say anything negative about it, because it's done its job. It has carried probably at least a good ton of dirt. I mean, 1 ton of dirt. I do half a cubic feet almost every week. Whatever equals a ton. This thing has carried a lot, but it has been fun to kind of work on it, and just to kind of see, exactly how this thing works and stuff. So, and it's pretty basic, simple. Set up your ESC, which is the V4 motherboard. You got your actuator, your turning there. We have our support bar here, our base, arm. It was really fun to work on. I've never worked on it in that year and a half of owning it. It's always been very reliable, but things break down, and not everything is gonna made to last forever, but it's done a great job, and I'm glad I fixed it without having to purchase any other parts for it. So I'm happy. I just got to get it back together and be able to get running again, do some more construction and stuff. But yeah, so I wanted to share this with y'all, and maybe if you had this excavator and that same issue happened, maybe you can tell me what happened, or maybe if you know about this kind of setup here, maybe you'll know about that. So comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, all right. Well, my friends, I just wanted to share this with y'all and show what I've done and how I got it done and how I got it fixed and problem solved, right? All right, my friends. Well, thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. And I will see y'all later.